This isn't a prosecution. This is a persecution. It's really a sad day in American politics that you have the Department of Justice that has targeted a former president, and the idea that you have a sitting president who's taken bribes from Ukraine. We've got bank account numbers, we've got transactions, and nothing's being done. And so that's why I dropped the articles of impeachment against Biden. And enough is enough. The American people, quite frankly, are going to elect President Trump to be the next president of the United States, and I don't think Biden will even be the Democratic nominee. The vultures are circling, if you will. I think you see a lot of Democrats not saying anything to defend Biden, and I think that's an indicator that they're waiting for the next shoe to drop, and he will not be the nominee. This is going to be Trump. This is Trump's primary to win. This is Trump's general election to win, and the latest polling data shows that.
Okay. Well, you mentioned this, though. I want to dig into this. You're introducing these articles of impeachment against President Biden, but also Vice President Harris. You call the president a disgrace to the Oval Office. How many members would you say are ready to join you in this to try to impeach President Biden at this point?
Yeah, to be determined. We just had the information drop in the Senate from Grassley talking about the audio recordings. There's 15 with Hunter, 2 with the president, talking about Burisma. When I say president, I mean Biden. I mean, this is a clear pattern by the Biden family of leveraging politics for their own financial gain. And so there's a couple of paths that we could take with the impeachment process. Obviously, you can go through committee. Also, you can call up a special order, which brings it directly to the floor. So we're continuing to build a coalition. There's additional information that will be dropped publicly shortcoming, and I think you're going to see a momentum build to send a message to the American people that we're here to fight. And look, political prosecutions, persecutions didn't work in Rome, didn't work for the British Empire. It's not going to work in America. And we've got to take a stand. To have a former president targeted like this is really a sad day in American politics.
Congressman, why not wait until James Comer finishes his work? Why not wait until we get more details and get more confirmation about Hunter Biden, about the $5 million payments, Burisma? Why not wait and then, because you could have a huge chorus of people that want to impeach President Biden if it's proven through bank records that he took payments from the Ukrainians and maybe the Chinese.
No, yeah, a great question. I mean, two reasons, quite frankly. One is to let the American people know that we're paying attention and we're ready to take action. And then secondly, for members of Congress to know that there's a viable vehicle to take action. And so when the moment is there and it is time to go ahead and move forward, we're ready. And again, there's no point in hesitating. And I would also ask, why prosecute Trump now? Why? This is election interference. They don't want him to be the next president of the United States because there's going to be a purge in this woke administration as there needs to be.
Tiana Lodesh is with me on set.
Congressman, so it seems as though the case is pretty clear about Biden, right? This alleged influence peddling. I'm sure that you're sitting on evidence that we'll see soon. But my question is about what about this impeachment of Kamala Harris? You're citing her performance on the border. Wouldn't it make more sense to be able to impeach Mayorkas before you impeach Harris? Because doesn't this risk making it seem as though it's flagrantly political?
Well, you can call it political, you can call it not political at this point. I mean, that shoe's been dropped with the persecution of Trump. But that being said, she was named the chief border czar. And look, under the Obama administration, 1,000 crossings a day, 30,000 a month, was considered a crisis. Under this administration, it's increased almost tenfold, 300,000 a month. And look, I come from a small town, and the fact that every small town in America is now a border town because of fentanyl. And you look at the age bracket between 18 and 45 in 2020 and 2021. There was more deaths from fentanyl than COVID, suicides, and car accidents. There has to be a reckoning for this. We are being flooded. Our streets are being flooded by fentanyl. The Chinese are obviously complicit in this, but we need to hold those responsible and those who have the power to do something about it, we need to hold them accountable.